Hi, this is Carolyn, and I'm here with Aaron, and this is our second part of our episode with Sara. Sara is the president of USTA Tennessee. She's a local league coordinator. She's captained a bunch of teams. She pretty much has done it all. If you want to learn more about her starting a community tennis association because she wanted to play more tennis, or her advice for captains, please check out part 1, but this is part 2. Sara, can you tell us the best and the worst parts of being a local league coordinator? Because I'm sure you had to deal with a lot of drama.
Oh, yes. So I'm going to give you the best because it's so weird that I was recording this with you guys today. And this morning I got up early and I opened my email. You get you probably get this email. It's from Marilyn Sherman. You know who Marilyn Sherman is, right? I don't know her personally, but I get a lot of emails from her. So she's kind of like a famous person from USTA, and she's the head of leagues. And so I opened Marilyn Sherman's email and I was literally going to just delete it because it's just usually like a report of who's got a bunch of leagues going and how many leagues there are in Atlanta, and, 8,000 new players. And I just scrolled down and all of a sudden I saw Jackson, Tennessee, which is where I am. Tiny little Jackson had made the Marilyn Sherman news for highest percentage of unique players. So, we had 520% increase. Now so that made my day. I sent out 10 emails like, oh my gosh, we made national USTA news with this. But it's a little bit deceiving because we, last year coming off of COVID, we just really didn't have a lot of league play. So we couldn't do anything but go up, but I'm still celebrating, so I think the good part is just, when your league comes together and you get more players and people are having fun. That's the very best thing about having a league and being a league coordinator, or especially new players. Like you see the new players out and they're playing their matches and you're like, oh, good for you guys. You're playing. So that's the best thing. I think the hardest part of being a league coordinator is just, you cannot make everybody happy. It doesn't matter what you do, and I had this come up recently. We've been working on a flex league and this is a large number for us. We had 11 men's singles. Men are difficult in the first place just because they don't want to sign up. So we had 11 men's singles in this one division. So we had to break them into 2 divisions, 2 flights, because I didn't want them to have to play. I think it was 12 of them. So I didn't want them to have to play 11 matches in 4 weeks. I was like, that's just crazy. So I break them into two flights so they can play 5 matches and then have a playoff. And, of course, I get complaints. Why wouldn't we just play a full round robin? And it's like, if I had done it the other way, everybody would have complained too. So I think being a league coordinator can be at times hard because you just can't please everybody, but you do the best you can, and smile and hope that it works out somehow.
Exactly. You mentioned flex leagues, so that's actually our next question. Can you tell us about flex leagues? I know we kind of talked via email. Again, this is probably just another opportunity for people to play. I think it's through USTA, but kind of explain that.
It's a USTA league. You sign in through Tennis Link, everything the same. You report your scores through Tennis Link, all of that sort of stuff. The reason it's called a flex league is because you schedule your own matches. So I assume you guys probably play like we do. And we say, okay, for me, it'll be like the Saturday afternoon league. And every match is pretty much Saturday afternoon. And we get a schedule of the matches and we play them. But in the Flex League, we put out a schedule of matches that you need to play, but you schedule them on your own time. And so if I was going to play you guys, I'd just text you and say, can y'all play this afternoon, or maybe not this afternoon, next week, next Wednesday at 2, and then we would just report the scores as we play them. And so you have a certain number of matches to play within a certain amount of time. I think that works well. It seems like the men really like that because it's just a little bit more flexible. And with summer, especially, you've got a lot of people going out of town.
Well, since you have played for a number of years, can you tell us your most memorable moment on the court?
Yeah. So my most memorable moment is actually my first USTA experience. And, I told you that my coach was like, look, you to be a player, you have to play in a USTA league. And it just so happened, I was probably a 2-0 at best. Maybe if there's anything below 2-0, I was that. And so, but it just so happened that in my town, for some reason, this has never happened ever again. We had tri-level, tri-state. And so, tri-level do y'all play tri-level?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Yes.
so this was like 3 states coming in to do a state tournament here in our little town. And so for some reason, our team didn't have to qualify. I don't know why we didn't have to play any local. We just were able to just be at tri-level, tri-state. And so he said, you're on a team with my sister, who had also just started playing. And so we didn't know what it meant to be on a team. We had no idea what tri-level was. We just kept getting these texts, and they'd say, be at the courts at, 9 a.m. ready to play. And we'd show up and they say, go to court 1, and we'd play. We played like 6 matches. Every match we were losing 6-0, 6-0. I mean, we were just getting our tails whooped, And, but on the last match, and we didn't understand anything. Like, I didn't know, I look horrified. I look back at this kind of horrified. Like, I didn't know that I was really part of a team, that there was a captain, that there were rules like you can't be late, and that you will get point penalties. And I remember it rained in the middle of that. And so they had like a rain site, and we were supposed to be there by a certain time. We didn't know where it was. This is new player problems, right? And so, and these people are just yelling at us, get on the court, get on, we didn't know why, But anyway, the last match that we played, we won 1 game. And you would have thought that my sister and I had won Wimbledon, because we celebrated like screaming, throwing our rackets up, just happy as we could possibly be, because we won this 1 point. And I'm sure that whoever we were playing from this other state was like, what is wrong with these people? Why are they going crazy? But that was the beginning of it for me. I mean, it was so fun, and we just lost totally, and we didn't care, because it was just so fun to be out playing with people we'd never played with, as part of a team, doing that kind of stuff. So I would say that's my most memorable moment, is just acting a fool for winning 1 game.
I love that. I'll bet those people that you played against tell that story as well, but just from their perspective.
I'm sure they'll probably be on your podcast saying, oh, you won't believe what these people did. They were so horrible. They just celebrated.
But see, that's the thing about tennis too. Like, it puts you in that, as an adult, it puts you in a competitive but a competitive situation that you're not normally in other things other than maybe, business, or trying to, I don't know, trying to win a deal, in life or something. But to actually be able to play a sport that has competition based, but yet, that you're out there for fun. I think that's what's so unique about our sport.
Yeah. And I think you guys are both kind of have a sporty background before tennis. So you know what it's like to play in a team, but I never played any sports. Like, I was a band geek and a nerd, and so I don't have that, that I think that there are people that have been on teams, they have this like fight in them, and they know they're going to win, and they don't give up. And this is something that tennis teaches you. Being on a team, you just want to win for your team. And so, it's something that is something that you learn as you're playing this, is a drive to win for your team, which I think is different, and something that you don't get in just your everyday life. Even practicing law. I mean, I always want to win, but it's not me being part of a team necessarily. I'm out for my clients and for me, but but that's different in tennis, because you're doing something that's so fun at the same time as just driving to win, which is important.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
I have one last question. Do you ever sleep?
She does so much.
Well, I mean, I do sleep, but I think it's funny how you get involved in this stuff and you just sort of like don't know how you accidentally got to be doing it. I tell you, I think one thing that you probably experienced with Southern is just that when you get involved in this stuff, it starts to become your family, your friend, your Southern friends, And so, I would make a plug for that too, is that, just becoming involved in the committees and things that are deciding tennis. Like, one of the committees that league players always want to be part of is the adult league committee. And they're the ones that make the rules that we play, at state and at Southern. And so, like, you guys love rules. Y'all talk about rules all the time. So you're perfect. You should apply for adult league, because you would be like so knowledgeable, because you're players and you experience it. So when they make crazy rules and you're like, why did they do that? You'll be in the room when they did it,
Or the one to blame.
Well, I don't know if you want to be that.
Thanks so much to Sara for being on the podcast. We actually have one more episode with Sara, which wasn't going to be an episode. It was just the three of us discussing rules we'd like USTA to change. So we hope you check that out. We hope you check out our website, which is secondservepodcast.com. The resources section of our website gives information for adult rec players. Also, stay tuned for the tip of the week with Michelle from Tennis Warehouse. Thanks so much for listening and hope to see you on the courts soon.
Hey guys, it's Michelle with Tennis Warehouse, and here's your tip of the week. But first, make sure you use the discount code SECONDSERVE for $20 off clearance items when you spend $100 or more at tenniswarehouse.com. Let's talk about some great racket options for the 2-5 level players. We often like to say that you pay for what you get with tennis rackets, but if you're not interested in investing a whole lot yet, we have some great rackets under $100. Specifically, the Babolat rackets come to mind. There's an Evoke, a Boost, and an Evo are all great options as you're still getting dialed in with what you love about tennis. And then it's awesome to upgrade from there. If it's an oversized racket you're looking for, maybe something lighter. Some rackets that come to mind, the Prince Warrior 107, Yonex E-Zone Ace, Wilson Clash 108, and even the Babolat Pure Drive 107 will all be great options. That's your T-Dub tip of the week. For more tips, visit us at tenniswarehouse.com.